weather video. Your host Alvin Kamals. Yes, April started off on a crazy note, especially on the 2nd where we had strong storms here over Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, and I know you probably saw some of the images of flooding in those areas this past weekend, and I know you're like, Alvin, do we have any better news on the way? And the good news is we have quieter weather over the next couple of days, but it doesn't mean the whole month is going to be that way. So let's get started with this video, and this graphic comes from our National Weather Service that found 2 confirmed tornadoes on April 2nd. Do want to specify that for you. But this was an EF3 tornado that impacted on the 2nd Potosi, Missouri, parts of Washington and Crawford counties. You can see that is severe damage. Estimated peak winds of 165 miles per hour. So you can see some of the damage on your screen to classify it as an EF3. It also went over the town of Floyd. You can see Potosi is right on your screen over there. And then an EF2 tornado went over Greenville, Illinois. This one actually had 1 injury with it. You can see it's still pretty significant damage on April 2nd. The good news is no fatalities, and that's always something good to report. But again, Missouri and Illinois, April 2nd, it wasn't just to you. It was states like Arkansas, especially the state of Arkansas, Tennessee, and parts of Kentucky where they dealt with a rare high risk back on April 2nd, and even on April 3rd, still on the state of Arkansas. And this past weekend, they dealt with flooding, and I want to show you some of the numbers from this past weekend in the last couple of days, because parts of Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, some of those areas got over 10 inches of rain. So you can also see that impacted parts of southeastern Missouri and southern Illinois as well. So yeah, Mother Nature kind of threw everything at us, but the good news is we do have some quieter weather over the next couple of days. So what should you do while we're dealing with that quieter weather? Have a NOAA weather radio, because you know it's not going to last forever. Replace the batteries on them because alerts come immediately. Other resources are your phone. You want to always have multiple ways to receive warnings, but NOAA weather radio, top priority, especially if your phone does die. But let's also mention that you should get a NOAA weather radio from Midland, USA to keep your family safe during the 2025 severe weather season. So definitely go to their website. These are lifesavers, no matter the price. And looking at temperature trends, at least the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook into April, you can see above normal temperatures being favored, which I know a lot of people don't like to see that, especially because they think, okay, that means more storms. And you're not wrong, but we at least get quieter weather over the next couple of days at least. Some of below normal temperatures favored over the eastern portion of the U.S. And confidence is slightly lower in the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook, but this takes us into the middle portion of April where there's still confidence of above normal temperatures being favored, as our normal highs during this time of the year are getting into the 60s. So yeah, stormy pattern we've dealt with over the last couple of days, but at least we have quieter weather, at least over the next couple of days, because we know we can get some changes with that, especially since the month of April is pretty active for this time of the year. And I did want to show you this before I end this green screen forecast. This is your precip outlook for the month of April. And this really was made to account for the last couple of days. As you can see, parts of southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, parts of Kentucky, especially over the state of Arkansas. You can see some of those images on X with the flooding they've been dealing with. Some of that at least has receded, but you can see Mother Nature's targeting this area for the month of April for above normal precip. And again, this really accounts for the last couple of days, because this is the area I showed you in the previous graphic where some spots, especially over the state of Kentucky, Arkansas, got over 10 inches of rain this past weekend and over the last couple of days. So yes, what a crazy start to April. We do get a break over the next couple of days, but again, it doesn't mean the whole month is going to be that way. So you definitely always want to be weather aware. So again, another way to be weather aware is to follow me over on X, Instagram, Threads. Of course, I have the link to my Twitter page. That's my biggest audience in the description down below. Whether we're talking about winter weather, which, yeah, you can get that in the month of April, but I think that's turning a little bit less likely just because of temperature trends. It might be a little bit more of this. Hopefully not too much like the month of March, but of course it's always good to be weather aware, especially as we continue through spring and eventually it will be summer. We know summertime thunderstorms, how that is. So until then, again, you want to follow me over on X. I have outdoor weather reports. They're shorter than this, more precise, and of course provide more information for you. But until then, I hope you have a great start to your week, Missouri and Illinois, and I will see you in my outdoor weather report over on X.